Hello, my name is Gary Williams, and I'm the CEO of Pedersen and Partners. As we continue moving forward in 2021, I'm delighted to share the insights from several of our Pedersen and Partners global practice group leaders. The thoughts that they have obtained through constant interactions with clients, candidates, and the market. Our dedicated practice group leaders will share their perspectives on the leadership opportunities and challenges moving forward, as well as the innovative solutions that have enabled organizations and leaders to remain relevant as well as competitive throughout the pandemic and beyond. Our global practice group leaders in the life sciences and healthcare, consumer and retail, private equity and supply chain will share with you their perspectives on the outlook for the industry segments for the second half of 2021. I appreciate your time and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lydia van der Meulen, Global Head of the Life Sciences and Healthcare Practice at Pedersen and Partners. As prospects for 2021, we see continued strength for biopharmaceuticals and vaccines. We also see an increased demand for testing, so diagnostics and laboratory services continue to be strong. In addition, we see novel developments in digitization, telehealth, health technology, but also in the area and domain of medtech.
My name is Kristian Pedersen and I'm heading the consumer and retail practice at Pedersen and Partners. Over the last year, the consumer industry has gone through unprecedented changes due to the global pandemic. We saw the industry respond with a lot of agility, adapting to the new reality and the changing consumer behaviors. We saw accelerated business model changes, often digitally enabled and direct-to-consumer focused. And we learned new words like virtual brands, dark kitchens, and lockdowns. But despite the many challenges and obvious winning and losing industries, many businesses adapted quickly and managed a decent result for the year. Now, with the global rollout of vaccines, we would expect the sentiment in the consumer industry to be unreserved positive. But many are holding their breaths to see if in fact the 2020 hardship has not been deferred to 2021 due to the many public spending programs. The big question is what consumer spending will look like in a post-pandemic world where many consumers have seen disposable incomes slashed and those that were spared might want to hold on to their savings. So in the coming months, as the world gets vaccinated, we will closely follow the consumer spending trends together with the rest of the industry.
Hello, I'm Alvaro Arias, Global Leader of Private Equity Practice at Pedersen and Partners, and here are the prospects of private equity industry for 2021. In short, private equity activity can be summarized in 3 main points. 1. The number of new deals will increase due to lower valuations. 2. Exits will be postponed at least 1 year to allow additional time to recover. 3. Fund manager situation varies depending on the industries they have invested prior to the pandemic. Here is the summary of industry trends in 30 seconds. I'm Alvaro Arias, Global Leader Private Equity Practice at Pedersen and Partners.
My name is Brian Cartwright. I lead the Global Supply Chain Logistics Practice at Pedersen and Partners. I'm here to share a few of the latest supply chain trends based on my regular discussions with global supply chain leaders. The first is improving visibility and access to data. Immediate data is needed by supply chain leaders and too much time has been spent during the COVID pandemic trying to create reports, regular updates. Data is spread everywhere. For many supply chain leaders, the focus is on building data warehouses and implementing quick, plug-and-play solutions to collect data from multiple sources. Localization or nearshoring is on the agenda for most supply chain leaders. The pandemic has proven that long supply chains are slow and expensive when there are major disruptions. Just 2 or 3 years ago, organisations were saying we need to consolidate. Now it's the other way around. Changes to logistics networks is another area I want to highlight. In line with the last point, logistics operations are likely to move to a multiple network model with many smaller locations rather than a hub and spoke model with a few large DCs. Although this will take time as many companies are tied into long-term lease agreements or have invested heavily in building major facilities. I've been having lots of discussions lately about the increased adoption of automation and AI. physical automation to speed up operations in factories, warehouses and fulfillment centres, and to improve accuracy and increase productivity. Robotic process automation to increase productivity, improve efficiency and reduce errors in manual admin tasks. And of course AI to help with more accurate forecasting and better predict supply and demand. But 2021 onwards is the time when supply chains are being re-engineered to be prepared for unexpected events. It's essential to have the flexibility to be able to respond to and quickly recover from major disruptions, and increased frequency in planning and forecasting is needed to manage and monitor potential risks. There will for sure be a shift towards supply chain as a service. I'll cover that in more detail another time. And I think we're going to be hearing the words non-traditional hires when we talk about supply chain leadership in 2021 and beyond, because most organisations require different skill sets within their supply chains to those they required in the past.